Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. As you know, in the previous lecture, in the previous video, we have read half part of unit number 3, Robinson Crusoe. So in this video, we will read the remaining half portion of this chapter. I will read and explain it to you. So let's start. If you remember, we left reading on page number 30 where it states, there was no one living on the island but wild beasts. When Robinson Crusoe climbed up the hill and watched the whole island, and he felt sad when he felt that he was all alone on the island, he felt himself like a prisoner. So let's begin with the next paragraph. The next day, I went back across the sea and brought more stores from the ship. Every day I toiled. The meaning of toiled is hard work. So what he was doing? Every day he was doing hard work. He is saying that every day he was working very hard. I brought tools, wood, rope, nails, sails and clothes, guns and ammunition. Underline the word ammunition and it means bullets and missiles. And sugar and flour and bread. So these are all the things which he is telling us that what useful things he brought from that ship, from that wrecked ship to the island. In one of the wooden boxes, I found gold and silver coins. The sunshine made them sparkle. What he found in one of the wooden boxes? He found gold and silver coins. And those coins were shining in the sunshine. What use are you to me? I asked. Everyone in the world desires you, but me. So here he talks with himself, he spoke with himself, and he was sad, and in despair he is saying that these gold and silver coins, everyone desired and wished for these coins, but these are of no use to me. Why? Because he was all alone on the island. When I got back to my island, I noticed that the sky was black. When he came back to the island, he noticed that the sky was black. Great clouds rolled up from the west. The rain poured down. Underline poured down. This is again a phrase used over here, and poured down means rain was falling down. I saw the ship out at sea rise and then sink beneath a huge wave. Because rain was falling down heavily, so the wrecked ship, the destroyed ship, with which he went to the ship and brought back some useful things to the island day by day. That ship sank beneath a huge wave. During the next few months, I busied myself in making a house with a strong stockade round it. I used one of the sails from the ship for the roof. I cut down tree trunks and carried them to the house, and slowly built a strong stockade to keep out wild animals. What does the word stockade means? Underline this word. It means a tall fence or enclosure made of wooden posts to keep out enemies. Actually, it's a wooden boundary around a house which helps keeping the wild animals away. So what he did in the next few months, he got busy in making a house with a strong stockade around it to keep his house safe from the wild animals. The months passed in hard work, and one day I set out to explore the whole island. So one day he decided to explore the whole island. The journey took me 3 days, and when I got to the other side of the island, I found a delightful valley. On the other side of the island, he found a beautiful, delightful, attractive valley. There were wild grapes and limes. Limes mean wild lemons. And I collected a quantity of these and took them back to my house. So he collected those limes and grapes and brought them to his house. Turn over the page. One day in the forest, not far from my house, I found some wild goats. What he found in the forest? Some wild goats. I was just about to shoot one when I saw at my feet a baby goat. When he was about to hunt one of the goats, he saw a baby goat at his feet. I picked it up and carried it home with me. In a few days, it became quite tame. Tame, underline the word tame, it means it became familiar with him. Tame means it became a pet to him, okay? And after that, it never left my side. After a year or two on the island, I decided to make a small boat. So he is basically discussing all the chores which he did on the island to keep himself busy. So now he is telling that he decided to make a small boat. I chose the wood carefully and cut and worked the timber for many months. Timber is actually a kind of a wood. It's the name of a wood. So he selected wood to make his boat. I made a sail from some of the canvas I had brought on shore from the ship, and with a good wind, this boat sailed well. I taught myself how to make pots out of mud and how to make them hard and durable by burning them. Durable means long lasting, okay? Anything which can resist pressure. Actually, it means long lasting. He is saying that he taught himself, okay? He learned to make pots of mud and he learned to make them durable, to make them long lasting. I grew some corn and rice and also some wheat, and I taught myself to make bread. My life on the island was a happy one. Why his life on the island was a happy one? Look into the reasons. I had a good house, plenty to eat, and plenty of work to do. One day I was walking along the seashore thinking about my home across the seas when I suddenly looked down. There on the sand in front of me was a clear footprint. It was not mine, but the footprint of another man. He further states that one day when he was walking on the seaside, on the seashore, he was thinking about his house, his real house, his house which was across the sea. He was thinking about that house. He says, when he looked down, he saw some of the clear footprints. You can also see footprint in the picture. He is telling that he saw the footprints, and those footprints were not of Robinson Crusoe, but the footprint of another man. So here the curiosity begins. So you must be thinking, but it's actually a continuous story, because in the end it is written extract from Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Adapted. Actually, extract means a short piece or a short story or a short part. Actually, it is some part. It's a whole book, Robinson Crusoe, a whole novel. But this chapter is only the extract from that novel. You can also read the yellow box in which it is written about the author. Daniel Defoe, born in 1660, died in 1730, was an English merchant, a writer, journalist and spy, as well as a novelist and poet. He wrote on many topics, both fiction and non-fiction. Robinson Crusoe is his best known novel. Okay class, I hope that all of you have learnt well and you have understood it well. So now let's go to the exercise. Go through the exercise, open page number 32, and we are going to do exercise A part 2. So let's just focus exercise A part 2. Exercise A part 2 states, answer the following questions with reference to the context. I will read the statement and you have to think about the answers related to that statement. I lay down and slept again. The sun was high in the sky when I woke up. So the first question related to this statement is, where and when had Robinson Crusoe slept before? So think, where and when had Robinson Crusoe slept before? Let's have a look on the answers. Robinson Crusoe had slept between the two branches of a tree the night before after he had been shipwrecked. Come to the second question. It states, where was he asleep now? Okay, so if you remember, first he slept between the two branches of the tree, but then the next morning he drank some water, cool, fresh water. And where he asleep now? Answer.
Now he was asleep beside the stream of cool, fresh water.
Let's have a look to question number 3. What did he decide to do on waking up? He decided to return to the ship to try and bring back some things which could be useful to him on the island. So after waking up, what he resolved, he decided to go back to the ship and bring some useful things which could be useful to him on the island. So I'm just waiting for a few seconds so that you can see the image clearly and copy these answers into your notebook. These are the answers of statement A. I lay down and slept again. The sun was high in the sky when I woke up. Questions are given on page number 32. Okay, let's move towards part B. Part B statement states, the next morning I walked along the shore and up a little hill. Question number 1. What had he done the previous morning? Let's have a look to the answer.
Answer. On the previous morning, Robinson Crusoe had collected many things from the wrecked ship, piled them onto a raft, and brought them back to the island. So, what he did on the previous morning? He collected all the useful things from that destroyed ship and piled them onto a raft, the wooden boat, and brought them back to the island. Look into question number 2 given on page number 32, part B. What important fact did he discover when he got to the top of the hill? He discovered that he was all alone on the island, saved for the wild animals.
Let's have a look on the last part of statement B. What did he feel when he found out this fact? How he felt when he found out that he was all alone on the island? Answer. He felt lonely without a friend in the world and like a prisoner. How he felt himself? He felt himself lonely and like a prisoner. It was an island and he had no means of getting away. Okay, so these are the answers to exercise A part 2 given on page number 32. You can write these answers on your neat copies. Thank you. I hope you all have understood it well. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.